this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead. I don't know if you ever have one of those days where things just don't go right. I'm in the middle of one. Yes, you can see behind me my little shopping trolley. I went shopping in my own personal supermarket. My extended pantry, went through the freezer, got things out. So I thought, I'm going to have a cooking day today. And so I brought them down. Lurch went to the shops and bought me a couple of things like cheese and that, which I haven't got in. And I'm going to go for it now. I started to record this and realised the battery was completely dead. So I let it charge up while I peeled potatoes and that and boiled some eggs, and then I went to slice the potatoes and everything on the mandolin slicer and sliced off the top of my finger, which bled for about an hour. So I couldn't do any more. It meant that at least my battery's now got some good charge in it, but I am behind schedule on doing any of this stuff, and I was going to bring him along for it. But you've seen me do a quiche flan before, and I intend on doing them and freezing them because I do eat quiche quite a bit. But another thing I was going to try is I subscribed to Jace Townsend and Son, I think it's called, about the 18th century, and he does a lot of cooking things and that on it, which I'm quite interested in. And one of the things is basically like a poor man's meal. And I thought, I grew that. I've got chickens and boiled it. Therefore I can boil the eggs. I can make the whole meal from my garden, apart from a bit of flour for the pastry. I can make it from my garden. So it's like a penny. Well, yeah, about a couple of pennies for the pastry. So to do that, when I'm cooking things, what I tend to do is I'll make two. Most of the time, well, not most of the time, but some of the time I'll make two. One for tea that night and one for the freezer. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm hopefully going to make up two, and there's enough stuff anyway for it. But basically the ingredients are potatoes. They would be mine had I not had such a disaster with the slugs and that. Apples are what's left of those I stored. They need using up. I showed him you the other day. They've lost the colour and they're about to go soft and then start to rot. So might as well use them up in this. Onions. I grow onions and I grow lots of them. So, and boiled eggs. I've got chickens. At times it feels as though I've got eggs coming out my ears. I have that many eggs because I'm getting 3 or 4 eggs a day. Lurch only eats eggs when I cook them for him. He doesn't dislike eggs. It's just he dislikes and cannot cook. So even boiling an egg to him is cooking, and therefore he cannot do it. So unless I have 3 eggs a day, 3 to 4 eggs a day, I've got shed loads of them. At times I give them my neighbour, give them my mother or my mother-in-law. I pickle them. Well, Today I've got over a dozen eggs, and I know that I'm going to have 3 or 4 more tomorrow and then the day after and that. So I'm going to use them all today. I'm going to use, I've boiled up 8 that I'm going to put in the 2 pies. 1 for tea and 1 for the freezer. And that leaves me about 8 or 9 eggs, which I'm going to use up in 2 quiches. I'm going to make 2, might take on a quiche anyway. As you know, I don't like following recipes. I don't follow recipes. I just bung it and see how it goes. So, enough of the talk. I'll show you what I've done. Here I have a quantity of food. Weight wise, they're about the same weight. I have potatoes that I've sliced up on the mandolin, boiled eggs, I've had half of one, apples, which are also sliced on the mandolin, and they are sitting in some lemon juice, and onions, which also are sliced on the mandolin together with my finger. And that's basically all you need for this pie. So you need pastry for it. So I'm going to line the pie dish now, and then I'll bring you back. I've just done some short crust pastry, lined the bottom of this with it. So now, take my covers off. I don't like them being open. And first of all, apparently you're supposed to put a layer of potatoes in. This mandolin slicer does do a good job. The only thing is, it does a good job of also cutting my fingers. And I am molting, I'm sure I am. Now, once this pie is done, it calls for you to put a bit of water in to help steam it. As these potatoes have been sitting in water and they've got water over them, I'm not going to bother. So it's just a layer of potato, just a bit of salt, because you're going to be putting this on every single layer. A bit of pepper, garlic. I'm using powder, garlic powder, because I can't actually try and sort out a separate amount, and some nutmeg. So let's hope I don't break my fingers on this. There, well, and then go in with the apple slices and do exactly the same with the apple slices. And then onions. It's supposed to be an onion pie, so I'm going to put a lot of onions on. In fact, I might need to cut some more. We'll see. And now eggs. Nice and thinly sliced. I did try to do the eggs on the mandolin, but it just didn't do it. That's why half the egg. I ate half an egg season each layer. The recipe doesn't call for garlic powder, but we like garlic. Well, I do, so I'm cooking with it. And just carry on, and I'll come back to you when I've laid some more. What I've actually done, because I'd only boiled 8 eggs and 4 of them I used, and I want to do another pie, and there's all the other stuff that can be put in another pie, I'm going to leave this one as it is. I've put on a layer of potato, seasoned, a layer of apple, seasoned, a layer of onion and eggs. Then I've done another layer of potatoes, apple, seasoned, and I think I'll put another layer of onion on, because it's supposed to be an onion pie. Because if I do the other pie and I run short on onions, nothing, just to peel up another couple of onions. And that is a big hearty pie, that is, for the 2 of us. And I must, in a previous life, I must have been in a Victorian kitchen or something, because I do like working in large quantities. Not 1 onion or 1 apple or anything, it's just large. So there is the layer of onion. So I'm going to top that with pastry now, and I'll bring you back in a minute. Nearly forgot. I'm going to show you. I've topped it and put an egg wash on it. And now I'm going to put it in the oven at about a gas mark 5 to 6 for a while. Easy, 3/4 of an hour. This one there is what we're going to have. Oh, we're going to have the other one for tea, and this one is going to be for the freezer. So I'm just going to par cook this. As per usual, I've been doing half a dozen things at one time, and as well as doing a few quiches, this is the pie. Needs a little bit more time in the oven, but that's how it stands at the moment. See you in a bit. Yeah, even with a sliced finger, and I had to wait for about an hour, hour and a half until it stopped bleeding. I carried on, and basically that's my cooking for today, which is the onion pie that we're having now for tea, one for the freezer, which is already wrapped up, par cooked and labelled. And I've just done 2 quiches. One is parsnips, which I pulled out the garden, which some of them were little teeny things, and I've got big ones as well. So I've got a parsnip and potato with a couple of peppers, quiche, and a quiche which is peppers and lamb, and the cheese and cream and eggs and everything in it, and tea. So this is what I've done for the afternoon. I thought I'd show you the reveal when it's pulled out. The onion pie, which looks lovely. I used puff pastry on this one. The other one is short crust. And like I said, I didn't need to add juice because there's a lot of juice here. But when you consider, had I had a better crop with potatoes, then it would have been totally and utterly out of the garden, apart from the pastry. Thank you. Bye.
It's a perfect situation.